Hello everybody, Keith here again. I know it's only recently that I've done something with these Restrepias. We've had some more development, so I thought I'd do a quick video for us to have a look at the these changes and see where we're going. Excuse me if I sound a little bit croaky, I've got a touch of the snuffles this afternoon. So, just to recap, this is actually a very old fish tank. It's probably about 40 years old now. And it's got gravel in the bottom with rainwater, and it's sealed with just common or garden kitchen cling film. And that seems to be doing a good enough job. I mean, it's cheap enough, it's easy enough to do. That's how it's just ripped as I've taken it off. So, what have we got to show? Well, this has got to be the first one. This is cuprea. Pardon me while I try and get this thing. Here we are in focus. This is Restrepia cuprea. You've got to imagine, given how delicate the stem is and the fact these come from cloud forest where you've got a lot of air movement, that the flower would move around a lot like that in the breeze. It's not ever so big. You can see that it's barely the length of the bottom of the flower is barely the length of my first knuckle. So it's perhaps 2 inches 50 centimetres from the very top to the very bottom. But as well as that flower, we've got a new growth, and it is a new growth. It's come all the way up from the bottom, and the leaf is just beginning to open, so that's nice and smooth. So it's seeing enough moisture, because that's one thing these things do need, is a lot of moisture. It's actually probably getting ready for more water. Okay, I'll try again, see if I can persuade it to come into focus better. This is brachypus. Lose that for a sec, it might help it. There was a flower bud just there on top of my fingernail, but it appears to have aborted. That's definitely not going to get anywhere, that isn't. Which is a shame. I was looking forward to that. That's a very pretty looking thing, but we have plenty going off besides that. We've got an actual new growth. We've got a cakey coming from the back of this flower, the back of that leaf node there, and we've got the start of a cakey there. So although unfortunately we've apparently lost the flower, which is extremely disappointing, what we have got is plenty of new growth, and that's obviously good for the future. I'm not sure what this one's doing. This is sanguinea. There's no sign of any kind of movement on this one, but the leaves are all holding themselves well. There's no sign of any deterioration, so I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that this will come along in its own good time. So that's the Restrepias. One unrelated, very unrelated thing that needs showing, I think this is Dendrobiumjenkinsii, which I got from Zana Rapper as part of a swap earlier this year. It already put out 3 new growths. There was 1, 2 and a third one there. But lo and behold, we've got another one just there, and it's very hard to spot. Where are we? I've lost it. Oh yes, I don't know how well this is going to show up at all, but right down in between those two canes is another leaf starting to show, so that'll be 5 new growths this year. It ought to be mounted. I haven't got any mounts at the moment. I've got no way of getting any cork or anything else to try and mount it. So what I did was I virtually filled this pot with bark and then laid moss over the top. So it's kind of a mount, but it's not. And quite clearly it's a happy little plant. It was in flower when I got it, so hopefully that's going to flower for me again. Well, in the next 12 months at least. So that's a couple of plants in here that I thought you might like to have a quick look at. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.